Good evening, good lord. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon, and welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and Coffee Stream episode 346. Blind Press is already screwing things up this morning, as we see. I hope you guys are having an alright Wednesday. We are supposed to have Skep with us, but I'm not sure. He might be running a bit behind. So I just, in the interest of starting on time, I just went ahead and went live without him. But I will be keeping an eye on the StreamYard page in case he comes in. So, before I start opening up news tabs, because I created the stream very late in the morning, I just want to give you guys a bit of an update on what's going on, because I'm hoping that I will be in Quebec next week. My aunt has informed me that because of the COVID restrictions in the province of Quebec, that as of tomorrow, she won't even be allowed to go and visit, and that's her husband. So she is really pushing for home hospice care so that everyone can come and say goodbye. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to go up and do that. So I may not be streaming next week, but I will keep you guys apprised. Your guys' election. Holy moly. I mean, I thought that Canada was fucked, but y'all can't even do an election in one night. You guys can't even do an election in one night. You guys should have just been honest and called it election week. Because you've got some states that are flat out saying, yeah, we're not going to have the votes counted till Thursday. Hello, Fury Kitten. Hello, Costin. It's what's going on. Sorry, Logic. I'm sorry, Logic Pro 10. Let's see. We could have if the DNC wasn't more corrupt than 20s New York. You are not wrong there, Blind Ryan. Holy shit. This is ridiculous. Tirish says, America's election is crazy. Canada's pandemic response is a mess. Yup. And yup. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. Or Costin says, thanks for keeping us in the loop. Make sure to tend to your personal needs, even if that means we have to miss you. Ha! Massive voter fraud. It's not our fault they're delaying it so they can find dead people to vote. Yeah. That's not a wrong assumption. But yeah, this is crazy, and the closeness of the election, like, it's pretty insane. And there's like the reaction to some of this, the reaction to how close it is. Like, I opened Facebook this morning and saw one of my friends basically legitimately looking to find another place to live because people voting for Trump means they voted against her disability, her sexual orientation, her baby. Like, she was just, everything was her. And so hyperbolic and so like, and I'm reading these comments, and it's like, oh, the States is such a hateful country. It's like, bitch, go to an actually hateful country. Wow, breaking. Wisconsin has more votes than people who are registered to vote. Total number of registered voters is 3,129,000. Total votes cast is 3,200,000. 39,000. Direct evidence of fraud. Holy shit. In other news, I bought new boots, but unfortunately no panties. Aww. Um, I'm not sure where Skep is. I think he might be running behind. I've sent him the link. But he might be behind. Or something might have come up. Alright. So I am going to open some stories now. Costin says I was on Facebook yesterday, where somebody predicted an actual military coup. Oh my god. There are images or pictures of the polls where in the dead of night the Democrat numbers pop way up. God damn. That's... Didn't the Canadian government just say they're recommended to wear 3-layer masks now? I didn't hear that. Let's see. Facebook, is that still a thing? Oh god. So yeah, that's... This election is really... And it's an important one, too. And it's... Like, there is so much hyperbolic nonsense going on. From both sides. It's just... You can register to vote the same day in Wisconsin. Oh. Okay. My roommate took those pictures. Greetings. Hello, Green Badger Outdoors. Let's see here. I'm just opening up some stories from Pinkallo. So let's see here. I'm just getting some of the stuff from Pinkallo, because he's sent me quite a few things. Come on. Let's see here. Let's see. Look, BP at the end. It doesn't matter. R has Senate. D has House. Nothing will get done as usual. The blatant cheating is the part we should be sick with hearing about. I agree. I absolutely believe... I agree with you. I feel a kitten. If something is hyperbolic, is that also a case of an undescended testicle? Well done, Fury Kitten. Well done. By the way, thank you for purchasing the one of the red flower pillows. I hope you enjoy it when it gets there to you. Let's see. All right, I've got, how many do I have open here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's look for one more and then I will share the screen and we will read. I've voted absentee for decades. Ah. Let's see here. Where's the next one? Next story. All right. There we go. All right. I have 6 stories open. That should do us for now. Let's go over back to the StreamYard page and share us some screen. And yes, guys, if you guys could please consider throwing some shekels over to blindpress.net. I just need to, what is it? I need to make sure that I've got some monies and stuff set aside so that I can not rely on my mom to pay for everything, basically. Because I'm an adult and yeah. Let's see here. So let's move the microphone over here. I apologize for the creaking. All right. So now I'm going to get to the story, turn up the voiceover. All right. So this is expert advice on how to cope with when pandemic anxiety collides with seasonal depression.
Share by email. Posted. No, experts say link. Experts say seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression brought on by winter, which, this year, could also be exacerbated by pandemic anxiety, panicked and Shutterstock. Link. Read comments. The impacts of COVID-19 have already affected the mental health of many British Columbians, and with winter looming, some health experts worry that pandemic anxiety will heighten seasonal affective disorder.
Really, you looked at BC instead of like one of the more northern provinces? Okay. Okay.
The pandemic is causing people to further isolate and stay inside, which is going to further decrease their exposure to natural light, the key driver of seasonal depression, says psychiatrist Dr. Robert Leviton, a professor in the Department of Psychiatry at the University of Toronto.
Yep.
Symptoms of seasonal affective disorder SAD, which affect up to 5% of Canadians, typically begin when the days get shorter in November and lasts until March, with some experiencing symptoms into the summer months.
Yeah, mine is really bad in January and February. I start coming out of it in March and April, but January and February are awful for me. And part of it is even if I'm outside in the natural light, because my eyes are prosthetic, I don't get the absorption through my eyes of the vitamin D, and my internal clock is off because I can't, like, my eyes are not looking outside and seeing, okay, this is night, this is day. So, like, consciously I know that it's day and night, but my brain physically doesn't know. Good morning, JP. Weird, YouTube changed my notification settings. Wow.
Advertisement. Researchers believe SAD can be triggered when our biological clocks, which control sleep and wake patterns, are disturbed due to fewer daylight hours.
Yep.
Unquestionably, the best treatment is light therapy, said Levitin. Link. Involved exposure to link. Light therapy. Involved exposure to bright, artificial ultraviolet light for about 30 minutes every morning, which resets the body's internal clock. Various types of light therapy devices are available for people to safely use at home, according to Levitin. You are currently... That will help them make the transition from rest to feeling energized, and therefore help their mood significantly, he said. You are currently on light therapy lamp image.
And unfortunately, that won't really happen or help me, unfortunately, because it's part of it is absorption through the eyes, not just the skin.
Light therapy mimics outdoor light, affecting brain chemicals linked to mood and sleep, to ease symptoms of seasonal depression, London Public Library. Experts say the major symptom of SAD is a despairing mood that is present most days and which lasts for more than 2 weeks, impairing a person's performance at work, school, or in social relationships.
Yep.
Advertisement. Third part, frame 3, and other symptoms. List 8 I bullet. Change bullet. Changes in appetite and weight. 1 bullet. Sleep problems. Bullet. Loss of interest in work, hobbies, people, or sex. Bullet. Withdrawing from family and friends. Bullet. Feeling useless. X bullet. Irritability. 6 of 8. Bullet. Crying easily or feeling the need to cry but not being able to. Bullet. Trouble concentrating, remembering, and making decisions. 8 of 8.
Yep.
End of the list. Symptoms can even extend to suicidal thinking, which Levin says is an emergency situation that needs urgent assessment by a healthcare professional.
Yep. All of that is some, like, all of those things I deal with, well, except for the suicidal thing. Thank God I haven't had that issue for a decade at least. But yeah, it's seasonal affective depression on top of just having regular depression is ugh.
List 1 item bullet. End of the list. Some of the best ways to keep symptoms at bay, according to Levitin, is to get active early in the day no matter the weather and try to safely interact with others on a frequent basis. Chrome has with files from on the
So yeah, safely interact with people, like Discord calls, stuff like that. February is a twat, says Fury Kitten. Yep, it is. I hate February. Okay, next story. Oops. Here we are. All right, share screen. Okay, so this is the next story we have. Now, Elmira. Is this the Elmira I think it is? Elmira under state of emergency as anti-lockdown protests flare again. All right, let's see. Here we go.
The town of Elmira has declared a state of emergency because of the potential for civil unrest and service disruptions at an upcoming march to protest COVID-19 restrictions.
Well, maybe you should stop being so restrictive then.
Elmira Mayor Mary French signed the order that came into effect at 3 p.m. Monday. Heading level 2. Distrust. Elmira Police. Heading level. Elmira Police say the order was declared in response to a second anti-masking freedom march scheduled to be held this Saturday. Chrome has new window.
Wait, what?
Elmira Police say the order was declared in response to a second anti-masking freedom march scheduled to be held this Saturday. Chrome.
So the restrictions were put in place specifically because of the anti-masking march? Okay. That's a little draconian.
In a statement posted on the town's website, French said an emergency is defined under provincial legislation as a situation, or an impending situation that constitutes a danger of major proportions that could result in serious harm to persons or substantial damage to property.
Yeah, because the anti-mask crowd has really been known to be violent so far. There are no indications the protest will be violent. These people already had a peaceful protest at Scotstoun. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
Story continues below.
the anti-mask
Safe
crowd
zone
doesn't
up.
usually get violent.
Group the London Free Press. And up. Third party app. The London Free Press podcast. F4 button. Declaring a state of emergency extends legal protection to staff and elected officials, French said, and it also conveys the serious, sick, of the circumstance to not only the residents of the municipality, but also creates awareness to the levels of government and officials that are so willing to assist. You are currently on.
So you've basically just declared martial law because people want to have a peaceful protest. Hello, Sora. Sneaking in a listen while I'm at work and have to do billing. I'll be in lurk mode. Oh, it's okay. Let's see here.
Link. For what they link. More than 150 people gathered October 24th in downtown Elmira for what they called a freedom march to protest COVID-19 restrictions.
Uh-huh. Which is allowed in Canada, by the way, because it's the right to protest.
Photos of the rally by the Elmira Express newspaper show a large group, including families with children, not wearing masks or distancing. Elmira Police Chief Zvonko Horvat acknowledged the crowds violated emergency laws, but said no charges were laid or tickets issued. We really do have to take that measured approach first before we take any action, he said.
Yeah, because they're exercising their chartered rights. Holy fuck, people.
French described the rally as shocking, adding she worried it could trigger another jump in coronavirus cases.
Guys, why are we so afraid of this? Oh my god. Oh god, JP. These ones care about nothing but power. This is horrible. This is disgusting and overreaching and draconian, and I'm running out of words to describe what this is.
Our residents are very upset by this, she said. When these sorts of things happen in our community, it's so disheartening, she said. It makes our community look foolish.
It makes your community look like there are people exercising their rights. What is with this social shaming? Why are we doing this? Why are we moving in this direction? What possible motivation could there be? You look at countries who have these systems in place. Do they look like fun places to live? Because, I'm going to say no. Oh. Smoking my bong didn't do crap, and so I've moved on to popping an edible. What a night/day. Yeah.
Joyce Locke, medical officer of health for the area, condemned the march.
Of course she did.
Participating in a large group activity, unmasked, as cases are rising everywhere, is dangerous, she said. A single event such as the one held on October 24th has the potential to upend everything this region has worked toward and threatens the health and well-being of hundreds of residents. On Monday, Southwestern Public Health reported at least 31 people have been infected with COVID-19 at an outbreak on a farm in Bayham, a rural municipality about 15 kilometers east of Elmira. You are currently Elmira has had a total of 89 cases of COVID-19 since the pandemic began, giving it a rate of 1,187 cases per 100,000, more than the rate for Toronto.
How? 89 cases since fucking March. Oh my god. This is insane. This is insane. And it's all over a virus that kills less people than the flu. Like, what? I shudder to think how we would react in an actual pandemic situation, an actual viral, a real viral problem. You know what we'd probably do? We'd probably do nothing. Because that's how this fucking society seems to be working lately. Freak out over small shit and do fuck all for the big shit.
Link. View list for items.
This
Chrome has a
is
new window.
bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. Okay. Moving on. So this is an opinion piece about the new relief benefits. Why are they doing this? Because they think 1984 was an instruction manual. Yeah. You're not wrong, Ginger Snap. You're not wrong. This is... ugh. This is crap. So, how Trudeau's relief includes harmful work disincentives by Ben Eisen. So this is an opinion piece. No, I'm running out of coffee. Okay. All right. Here we go.
The Trudeau government recently replaced the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, CERB, with an expanded employment insurance program and the Canada Recovery Benefit, CRB.
Mm-hmm.
The CRB will doubtless help some economically distressed households. It will also, however, produce harmful work disincentives for many Canadians.
Yes, it will.
Heading Level 2. For example, the CRB has a maximum value of $500 per week. However, once an individual reaches $38,000 in income for the year, that benefit begins to get clawed back at a rate of 50 cents on the dollar. This year, the 50-cent clawback will end once an individual earns $52,000.
Holy shit! Let's listen to that again.
Heading. For example, the CRB has a maximum value of $500 per week. However, once an individual reaches $38,000 in income for the year, that benefit begins to get clawed back at a rate of 50 cents on the dollar. This year, the 50-cent clawback will end once an individual earns $52,000. You are currently
$52,000. This is... Wow, that... No wonder. No, who would work if that was the case?
In a recent analysis, public finance expert Robin Bodway of Queen's University shows that the CRB, when combined with taxes and existing benefits, such as the Canada Child Benefit, which declines as income rises, will create significant work disincentives. Specifically, for a CRB recipient in a two-earner family with 2 children, once income reaches $38,000, he or she will lose approximately 20 cents in taxes and lost benefits for every extra dollar they earn. And again, this prohibitive clawback rate is in effect until an individual reaches $52,000 of income.
Mm-hmm.
Story continues below. Third-party ad content. Save frame. End up. Third, consider the implications of such a large clawback. For Canadians earning $20 per hour as gig workers, independent contractors, temporary workers, etc., once they reach $38,000, they will only keep $4 for every additional hour worked until they reach $52,000.
So they'll lose tax benefits. So they're being punished for working. This is like what happens. This is like what happens when you're on disability. If you work for more than 20 hours a week, you start losing your disability check or parts of your disability check. So this is literally punishing people for working. This is insane.
Taking a bigger picture, this means that this hypothetical CRB recipient earning $52,000 will only enjoy an after-tax and benefit take-home pay that's only $2,800 more than if their income was $38,000. Chrome has...
Wow.
Foot me mouth, PM. This kind of severe work disincentive is sometimes referred to as a welfare wall, which creates disincentives for work for individuals who get to keep only a small share of each extra dollar they earn. Recognizing that many people will respond to these situations by working less isn't to accuse them of being lazy, but rather it's to simply acknowledge they are responding rationally to the incentives they face.
Yeah. Like, why would you work that hard if you're gonna lose money? Absolutely. Why would, like, there's no reason to work. If you're gonna lose that much money, why the hell would you work?
The clawbacks described above are particularly worrisome when you consider that the targeted group, gig workers and the self-employed, have a lot of control over how many hours to work in any given week, month or year. Unlike regular employees with a set 40-hour week, gig workers can often choose to scale up or down their hours worked based on the incentives they face. For moderate-income gig workers, the prospect of extra work beyond $38,000 will obviously not be attractive.
Yep.
Of course, not all gig workers or self-employed people will face these work disincentives. You are currently on a story continuing.
Yeah, like Pinkallo is
Chrome
not
has
able to take advantage of the CRB because disability will absolutely nail us to the wall for it. So that's what, like, we aren't touching this.
Third-party ad content, save frame container, end of. COVID concealment, Trudeau's button. Specifically, many gig workers don't earn $38,000 per year and so won't reach the point where the CRB clawback begins. Still, it's important to recognize that what Dr. Bodway describes as a significant minority of self-employed CRB recipients will bump up against these harmful incentives. In other words, thousands of Canadians will be in a position where they'll receive almost no benefit for taking on additional work.
Yep.
Of course, the CRB is a temporary program related to the pandemic. It's not meant to last forever. Hopefully, the work disincentives described above will therefore be temporary and Canada can move to a social welfare system that gets help to those in greatest need while also creating positive incentives for work and productivity. Chrome has...
Yeah, that would be called a pipe dream. But okay.
Ben Eisen is a senior
So that's a very disturbing look at the new relief benefit of Trudeau's. Oops. Yeah, that's very disturbing, honestly. Just print the money. Print the money. Money printer goes brr. Brr. Classic 1920s communism. Yep, JP, not wrong. Holy crap, is my back sore today. All right. We have another Trudeau story. Trudeau and O'Toole vow to work with Trump while Singh calls Americans to vote him out. Yep, Singh being the new Democrat leader. All right. Let's see here. Oh no, I'm almost out of coffee.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Centre, and Conservative. Link. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Conservative leader Erin O'Toole said today they are ready to work with U.S. President Donald Trump if he's re-elected, while leaders of the smaller parties in Parliament urged voters there to oust the incumbent. Chrome.
Because they're stupid and have no idea what they're talking about. Let's see here.
Trudeau said Canada is bracing for the possibility that clear results will not be known tonight, this week or even later than that. He said that the country is prepared for all eventualities, given that polls indicate Trump is in a close race with his Democratic opponent, former Vice President Joe Biden, in a number of swing states that will determine the outcome. Trudeau said Canada has been able to work with Trump over the last 4 years, despite ongoing trade and tariff hostilities, and he's prepared to do so again if the U.S. president is re-elected.
Yeah, because you don't have much time to work with him anyway, because you're out.
Advertisement. Obviously, elections matter and we will watch the results on this one, but Canada is well positioned and ready to work with the American people and the American government regardless of the outcome of tonight, Trudeau said. Chrome has... It's a reality for Canada that every Canadian government needs to be a specialist in working with the United States, and that has certainly applied to our government, Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland added.
Oh, shut up.
Watch. Freeland says Canada is prepared. Video embed. Group. Video embed. Frame 3. End up. Video end up. Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland spoke to reporters during the bi-weekly pandemic briefing on Tuesday 1:55. John Bolton, who served as Trump's national security advisor in 2018 to 2019, told CBC News Monday that Trump takes a dim view of Canada and the relationship could deteriorate even further in a second Trump term because he'll be free to govern without facing the electorate again.
Yeah, you know what? If Trudeau gets ousted, then that might change.
Advertisement. Well, in the U.S., while reserving judgment on who he thinks should win the election, Trudeau lamented that the COVID-19 pandemic has become politicized in the U.S., with some public health recommendations being undermined by elected officials. In Canada, he said, the major parties have embraced safety measures and financial supports for people affected by the novel coronavirus.
Because you got to make everything about COVID. You got to keep that fear going.
In the U.S., there was significant political debate regarding COVID-19 there, and I think that's part of the challenge that the Americans are facing now, Trudeau said in French. Obviously, that is something that is at play in this election. You are currently list one item. Bullying. End of the... Trump has been widely criticized for his response to the pandemic, with some saying his lackadaisical approach to masking and physical distancing has resulted in higher case counts.
You guys all called him racist when he tried to shut the borders with China at the beginning of this, so shut up.
As recently as Sunday, Trump openly questioned whether he would keep Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and the country's leading COVID-19 expert, on the job if he wins again. Others have praised Trump for quickly closing the border to foreign travelers and green-lighting rapid testing devices. O'Toole said Canada needs to have good relations with whoever occupies the White House.
Yeah.
Advertisement. This is a vote. He said he'd find common ground with Trump or Biden on the issues that matter to Canada. This is a vote for Americans, not Canadians. I'm a proud Canadian, O'Toole said. I will work very closely with whoever the Americans choose to be their president. The Americans are a very close and important ally. You are currently...
Smart. Smart. Those statements are inappropriate if a Canadian... or if an American politician advocated for Canadian election result, they'd be held to pay. Yep.
Watch. O'Toole says he'll... Video embed. Video embed. Frame 5. End up. Video end up. Trump's push... Trump has been a contentious figure in Canadian politics in the 4 years since his election. Trump's push to renegotiate NAFTA resulted in some Canadian concessions in the agricultural sector. He has been critical of Trudeau, calling him very dishonest and weak after a 2018 G7 meeting in Charlevoix, K.
Because he is dishonest and weak.
Polls indicate that a solid majority of Canadians would support Biden for the U.S. presidency.
Yeah, because we're all...
A recent Leger poll found that 84% of the Canadians had polled back Biden over Trump. But a sizable number of Albertans said they would support Trump over his Democratic opponent. In the Leger poll, 68% of the Albertans polled would support Biden while 32% went for Trump. Trump has been a strong defender of the oil and gas industry and has backed TC Energy's long-delayed Keystone XL pipeline, which would move oil from Alberta to refineries in the U.S.
Yep.
Biden Biden has vowed.
which would create jobs and money.
Biden has vowed to cancel Trump's presidential permit allowing cross-border construction, a decision that would imperil a project that has the financial backing of the Alberta government.
Yep.
List one item. Link. End of the advertisement. 41% of Canadian Conservative voters polled by Leger would support Trump over Biden.
Who cares? It's not our election. Who the fuck cares what we think? That's fucking stupid. Why are we even taking polls on what presidential figure we would support? That's stupid. We don't get a say in who we would support. We can make comments on, what's going on, whatever, but we don't get to say, oh, I would support that person. Well, it's not your fucking country. You wouldn't want Americans taking polls about which prime minister they would support, so why the fuck are we doing that about what president we would support? That's dumb. All right, so apparently, there's some glass in Miss Vickies chips. Miss Vickies Canada recalls chips for possible glass contamination. Because, that's what you want when you open your chips. Some glass. That just sounds amazing.
The possible presence of pieces of glass has prompted Miss Vickies Canada to recall a number of its kettle-cooked potato chips brand of chips from store shelves. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency issued the link. Recall warning. Wednesday. They say the chips should not be eaten and the chips should not be sold.
You think? Jesus Christ. The chips should not be eaten or sold. No shit, Sherlock.
The products affected have been sold in New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Ontario, Prince Edward Island and Quebec and through internet sales.
Oh,
you are currently
goody.
Advertisement. List 7. The bags of chips affected range from 24 grams to 550 grams, include individual packages and multi-packs, and come in a number of flavors. They include...
How did this happen? Holy shit, this is like... This is the big... Okay, so it goes from the little packs right up to the big bags. Multi-packs. Okay, what flavors?
List 7. Bullet. Applewood smoked barbecue kettle-cooked potato chips. Bullet. Jalapeno kettle-cooked potato chips. Bullet. Original recipe kettle-cooked potato chips. Bullet. Sea salt and malt vinegar kettle-cooked potato chips. Bullet. Spicy dill pickle kettle-cooked potato chips. Bullet. Sweet southern barbecue kettle-cooked potato chips. Bullet. Sweet chili and sour cream kettle-cooked potato chips. End of the list.
So all of them? I used to work in a food factory. Glass wasn't even allowed on the floor. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the hell glass got into this many varieties of packages of potato chips and this many flavors. Like, that's like all of their flavors and all of their package variety sizes. What the hell is going on at Miss Vickies?
The best before dates listed on the products go from December 15th, 2020 to January 26th, 2021, with a majority showing January 12th, 2021. CFIA said there was one injury reported. The company described it as a minor dental injury on its website. A food safety investigation is underway, and the agency is verifying the product is not being sold.
Wow. You are late, functional, yes. The company was even installing metal detectors on the lines. It's okay, functional, you're late, but Skep is even later. Because he's not here.
The product should be thrown out or returned to where it was purchased. Link. CBC's journalistic standards and link.
Wow. Fuck, man. That's insane. Oh my god. Holy crap. That is a lot of different varieties of chips. What the hell is going on over at Miss Vicky's? Jesus. Okay. Alright, so this is the last story I've got pulled up, but I can go grab a couple of more if I need to. So, lung damage found in coronavirus death made shed... Wait. Hold on. Where am I? Where am I here? Lung damage found in coronavirus dead may shed light on long COVID. What? What the hell is long COVID? Okay, let's figure out what this is talking about.
London, a study of the lungs of people who have died from COVID-19 has found persistent and extensive lung damage in most cases and may help doctors understand what is behind a syndrome known as long COVID, in which patients suffer ongoing symptoms for months.
Ah.
Scientists leading the research said they also found some unique characteristics of SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, which may explain why it is able to inflict such harm. Heading Level 2. The findings indicate that COVID-19 is not simply a disease caused by the death of virus-infected cells, but is likely the consequence of these abnormal cells persisting for long periods inside the lungs, said Mauro Jayaka, a professor at King's College London who led the work. The research team analyzed samples of tissue from the lungs, heart, liver, and kidneys of 41 patients who died of COVID-19 at Italy's University Hospital of Trieste between February and April 2020. You are currently... Story continues below. Third-party ad content. Group
Okay.
save frame container. End of. Third-party ad In a telephone interview, Jayaka said that, while his research team found no overt signs of viral infection or prolonged inflammation in other organs, they discovered really vast destruction of the architecture of the lungs, with healthy tissue almost completely substituted by scar tissue.
Interesting.
Fury COVID factor button. It could very well be envisaged that one of the reasons why there are cases of long COVID is because there is vast destruction of lung tissue, he told Reuters. Even if someone recovers from COVID, the damage that is done could be massive.
Okay.
Growing evidence from around the world suggests that a small proportion of people who have had COVID-19 and recovered from their initial infection can experience a range of ongoing symptoms including fatigue, brain fog, and shortness of breath. The condition is often called long COVID.
Oh, okay.
Jayako said almost 90% of the 41 patients had several characteristics unique to COVID-19 compared to other forms of pneumonia. So they can dance. COVID button. One was that patients had extensive blood clotting of the lung arteries and veins. Another was that some lung cells were abnormally large and had many nuclei, a result of the fusion of different cells into single large cells in a process known as syncytia.
Oh, damn, that does not sound good. Let's see here. Long COVID is long. Did a skylight break or something? Oh, maybe a light. I don't know. Let's see here.
The research, published in the journal Lancet Biomedicine, also found the virus itself was still present in many types of cells.
Oh, wow.
The presence of these infected cells can cause the major structural changes observed in lungs, which can persist for several weeks or months and could eventually explain long COVID, Jayaka said. Link. View on. List for item. Chrome has new win. Share button.
That's interesting.
Heading level 2. This frame 4.
I wonder
Heading
if that's
2.
what causes the... Like, I wonder if when people relapse, if that's why.
Link copyright song.
So that's the end of that story, but I do have some more saved up from my DMs that I can grab. Yeah, that's, I wonder if that's causing like the relapses and the deaths and stuff. Where am I here? Do. Okay. Here are the DMs with myself. Okay, there's that one. Okay. And I think I grabbed one more. Oh, no more. Okay. Well, we'll do one more story and then I will end the stream. Holy crap! Blind press, stop that. Okay. There we go. Okay. And this is an interesting one. It's a science article about NASA and Voyager 2. I grabbed this one as soon as I saw it. Let's see here. Come on. Really? I only hope the communists will put some priority on space travel. Right? Oh, it's a Daily Mail. Fuck. Am I still sharing my screen? I had to refresh it. Where am I here? I hate the Daily Mail. I should have seen that this was a Daily Mail article. Oh, I've got a video going. It's got a video. That's what this is. Okay, hold on. Yes, I don't care what the weather is over there. Go away. I'm trying to read a story. So, this story says NASA reestablishes contact with 43-year-old Voyager 2, which is 11.6 billion miles from after repairing an antenna which left the spacecraft flying solo for miles. That's insane. 11.6 billion miles away from Earth. So the Deep Space Station antenna array in Australia went back online in the reply, it received this signal and replied, and it reached NASA 34 hours later. That is so cool. Okay, let's see if I can get this to cooperate, and we'll read. All right.
Link. NASA has re-established contact with its Voyager 2 spacecraft as it travels more than 1.6 billion miles from Earth. After the probe was left flying solo for 7 months while repairs were made to the radio antenna in Australia they used to control it.
I think they meant 11.6.
Mission operators sent a series of commands to the 43-year-old probe using the ground-based Deep Space Station 43, DSS-43, antenna, which established a signal confirming the call was received.
That is so cool!
DSS-43 had been offline since March while NASA completed a series of hardware upgrades, but tested the new components by sending commands to the craft. However, due to the distance, the ground team had to wait more than 34 hours for a reply, but Voyager 2 received the commands and sent back a hello.
That is awesome! That is so freaking cool.
DSS-43 is located in Australia and is part of a collection of radio antennas around the world that combine to communicate with any spacecraft beyond the moon.
I wonder where Voyager 1 is. Because I know we keep talking about Voyager 2, but I wonder where Voyager 1 is gone.
Scroll down for videos. Mission operators sent a series of commands to the 43-year-old probe using the Deep Space Station 43, DSS-43, pictured, which established a signal confirming the call was received. Image. Mission +5. List 1 item. Mission DSS-43 had been offline since March while NASA +5. List 1 item.
And these are the pictures.
List 3 items. Link. Previous. Link. Next. End. List 1 item.
That is so freaking awesome.
Link. Solar system put. End of the list. Heading level 2. Share this article. Share.
That is freaking amazing. I love shit like this. That makes me super happy. That is so cool. Oh, and it's not done yet. Hold on.
The successful call suggests DSS-43 will be back online fully in February 2021.
That's pretty cool.
Brad Arnold, the DSN project manager at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab in Southern California, said, "What makes this task unique is that we're doing work at all levels of the antenna, from the pedestal at ground level all the way up to the feed cones at the center of the dish that extend above the rim." NASA upgrades its 70-meter Deep Space Network satellite dish. Unable to now in WW show notifications.
Oh, go away.
Busy. Block but allow button. Block button. Busy.
Stupid
now
Daily Mail.
Play video button. Play video 0. Vid previous. Play. Skip. Play. Skip. Button. Mute. Button. Current / duration time 0:23. Full screen. Need text button. Button.
Sorry, guys.
Button. +5 button.
I really wonder where Voyager 1 is.
Voyager 2 launched in 1977 and reached interstellar space just 2 years ago. Image.
Yep.
Voyager 2 launched in +5. Voyager 2 launched in 1970.
So these are just pictures. So it says, this test communication with Voyager 2 definitely tells us we're on track with the work that we're doing. In 1989, the spacecraft flew over Neptune's North Pole as it made a flyby, which pushed it southward, and it's been flying in this direction ever since. Now more than 11.6 billion miles from Earth, the craft is now so far south, it doesn't have an alignment with radio antennas in the northern hemisphere. DSS-43 is the only technology on our planet which has the technology to reach this far. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So this massive 111-foot wide dish has been operating since 1972, 5 years before Voyager 2 was launched into space, and is just received its most important, or most significant, what is it? Makeovers. Yeah. So this is one of the pictures of it. This is really cool. I'm glad I found this article, and I'm glad it's cooperating.
Philip Baldwin, Operations Manager for NASA Space Communications and Navigation, SCAN, program, said, the DSS-43 antenna is a highly specialized system. There are only 2 other similar antennas in the world, so having the antenna down for 1 year is not an ideal situation for Voyager or for many other NASA missions.
I bet.
The agency made the decision to conduct these upgrades to ensure that the antenna can continue to be used for current and future missions. For an antenna that is almost 50 years old, it's better to be proactive than reactive with critical maintenance.
Yeah.
Not only did the repairs help the dish make contact with Voyager 2, but the upgrades will also benefit other missions, including the Mars Perseverance rover, which will land on the Red Planet February 18, 2021.
Nice.
NASA's Voyager 2 probe leaves the solar system. Unable to play media. Play video bio.
Oh, and we've got a video of Voyager leaving the solar system. That's pretty cool. It's just a picture video, so there's no audio, but
Grammarly does more than catch
Go away.
errors.
So that's that. Button, buttony button. Yes, I know. Space, it's in space. Voyager, yes. I'm glad I found that article. That was a cool thing to finish the stream with. Well, guys, unfortunately, my back is really bad today. On Monday evening, Logan left his brother's boots flat on the stairs, and I stepped on one and went bumpity bump 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 down the stairs. Thankfully, only 4 stairs. But I'm still hurting from that. And so I'm gonna end and get up out of the chair and stretch for a bit. But I do thank you all for joining me. I thank you for watching. Please come back tomorrow and watch me again at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. And I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday. Have a safe one, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys.